last-minute shakeup at 5:30 a.m., laundry situation not good. And when your focus is on helping your clients, it's easy to forget about yourself. But NASM knows trainers.
Morning ride is okay.
And staying in front of the day isn't always as simple as 1, 2, 3. So when the unexpected has you pressing pause,
what's the latest on creatine?
I'm going to get back to you on that.
Let NASM One help you press play. Visit NASM.org to sign up for a membership today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Master Instructor Roundtable. I'm Master Instructor Marty Miller here with co-host, dear friend, fellow Master Instructor, Miss Wendy Batts.
Hey, Marty, how are you?
I'm good. I know that today, we always are excited, but today's going to be fun and unique because we're going back in the Wayback Machine 20 plus years to bring in a good friend of ours, people that obviously, if you've been around NASM over the last 20 years, you're going to know this name, Tony Ambler-Wright. Tony is going to be our guest today. He's a product manager, but first and foremost started as a fellow master instructor with myself and Wendy back in 2005. We are going to be talking all things NASM One. So NASM One is the membership for trainers and coaches. Members enjoy unlimited access to hundreds of career resources. You can also get the Edge app to schedule and program clients, enjoy half off all certifications and specializations, access to free CEUs and more just for $35 a month. You can go to NASM.org/membership to learn more about NASM One, but we are going to take a deeper dive. So let's bring in Tony and talk all things NASM One.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Yeah.
Good. Well, first of all, thank you for being here. We know your schedule is a little crazy today, so we appreciate you fitting us in. But we think it's super important. We always talk about how NASM One is one of our sponsors, especially in the podcast. So we wanted to have you come on and talk a little bit more in detail about NASM One and what it is. So my first question to you is going to be, can you explain what NASM One is, and then what sets this apart from other fitness platforms on the market?
Yeah, no, I'd be happy to. Thanks, Wendy and Marty, for having me on. I know it's been a while, but always enjoy the opportunity to connect with you guys and make an appearance on a podcast here or there. So, NASM One right now is our membership product, and currently the membership encompasses a variety of different features and benefits, tools, resources to enable career success for our professionals that go through our courses here at NASM. And so, in a nutshell, as far as what we aspire NASM One to be is the world's largest membership for fitness, wellness, and human performance professionals. And we want to do that by creating a digital hub where education, specialization, networking, business growth seamlessly converge to provide just an unparalleled experience for an unparalleled personal and professional development experience for our customers and learners who are looking to become practitioners in the health, fitness, wellness fields.
That's awesome. It's a great big aspiration. So Tony, you, myself, Wendy have been teaching this for years. We know there's so many different experience levels in the industry out there. So how does NASM One cater to those fitness professionals that are on different experience levels, from our beginners all the way to more of our advanced clinicians, experts?
Yeah, it's a great question, Marty. At its core, NASM One provides exceptional value and benefits in three distinct areas. One is continuing education. And so we can dive into, some of those continuing education offerings throughout the show. The other is career development and business success. So we have content, courses, and tools like the Edge app that can help to facilitate that. And something that we're aggressively working on and getting implemented as soon as possible is community. And so we know that, community is extremely powerful. And so we want our professionals and aspiring professionals to be able to interact with and learn from like-minded individuals. And so community will be a huge element for us this year for our membership offerings.
Well, Tony, this one's going to kind of piggyback off of what you just said and then kind of the question that Marty asked. But what other unique features does NASM One offer to help the users advance their professional certifications?
Yeah, and I think, going back to Marty's question and diving a little bit deeper into your question, Wendy, as far as, what is the value proposition for a new trainer compared to a more experienced, seasoned fitness professional? Obviously, those two personas are at different places in their career, possibly in life. And so the benefits and the value that NASM One offers might be different depending on where that person is in their career. And so, right now, NASM One is a singular offering. However, we do plan on offering different membership tiers that will offer distinct benefits and specific values at those different levels. Right now, if you're an aspiring trainer or coach who's just getting into the industry, NASM One offers courses, content, and resources that can help you upskill, boost your confidence. That's a big one in our member and non-member, but customer interviews. As trainers coming into the industry, having the confidence to go out and implement what they've learned in our certification courses is of prime importance and something they feel they're lacking. And so we want to be able to provide them with what they need to feel confident and ultimately facilitate a successful career in the industry. So in the fitness industry, you guys, as you know, industry churn and longevity is churn is high, longevity is not high, right? And so what we want to do and leverage NASM One and our membership offerings for is to facilitate the career success and enable the career success of our professionals and provide them with what they need so that they can sustain a successful and fruitful career while doing something that they love, and sharing that with the clients and customers that they serve. So for that aspiring and new professional, that's what we hope to do with NASM One, is essentially give them the confidence that they need to go on and make a difference and create a lasting career in the industry. And then for established professionals, we offer things like, obviously, if you're a trainer, you have to renew your credential every 2 years. And so continuing education for most trainers who are busy tends to be an afterthought until, they get that 6-month reminder that their certification is getting ready to expire. And so what we want to do is provide a platform that allows coaches and trainers to not only earn their CEUs, because that's important, but offer those CEUs in a way that's easily consumable and something that, they don't have to scramble at that 6-month, 3-month, or 1-month mark in order to earn all their CEUs. No, obviously you can certainly do that, but we want to provide a platform and a resource that would allow those more experienced professionals to continue their education, gain new specializations, and manage their business more efficiently and effectively. At some point, you have to figure out how to become more efficient as a trainer or a coach. You can only trade so much time for so much money. And so some of what we offer within NASM One helps to facilitate a more efficient business process or business structure for our trainers and coaches.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Tony. You hit on so many key points. And Wendy and I have been preaching on the podcast for years about the evolution of the industry, how to become more efficient, how to look at education as an investment. So as you said, you can maximize your ability to change the quality and the health of your clients, but also make more money. So I did the math while we were sitting here. Between us, there's over 75 years or so of experience with the model. Kind of crazy and mind-numbing at the same time. But the three of us are true tried, bleed blue to the core principles of NASM. And sometimes people get away from that. So I'm happy to see this. But can you explain how the platform still integrates NASM's core principles and methodologies in this new world of apps and all of that fun stuff?
Yes, I think there's a few different directions we can go here, Marty. But just thinking about 75 years, that's a long time. It's a bit disheartening. Surprised we're still around and continuing to do what we do. But yeah, with NASM One, I already mentioned the vision for NASM One and our membership offerings. But what we strive to do, we have a tremendous product team at NASM that is comprised of product managers. We have content development managers and content developers, content strategists that looks at industry trends and where the industry and the field is going. And that team on the product development side works with academics, researchers, and top practitioners and clinicians when we develop our courses and programs at NASM. And so, everything that we produce from a content perspective goes through a very similar blueprinting process, goes through a very similar, ideation and development process to ensure that we're providing our customers, our trainers and coaches, if you will, with the most up-to-date information out there, but that's still aligned to NASM systems and methodologies. So everything is approached from that perspective. And so whether it's something that's more wellness focused, nutrition focused, we follow the same process for whatever content or courses we produce. And I think that consistency is key to ensure that, one, as an organization, we're, providing that consistent message and consistent experience. But two, for our customers, they should also be able to recognize that these core principles and methodologies underpin everything that we do, regardless of whatever the topic or area is that our education and courses are focusing on.
Awesome. So Tony, I'm gonna kind of step back, because when Marty and myself and Ken Miller, when we're all doing these podcasts, we keep talking about NASM One, which are kind of giving us the membership, the whole purpose of why NASM does have this specific platform. But we also talk about this Edge app. And there's a lot of people out there that are part of the NASM family that hear us talk about it, but really don't understand what the Edge app is or how it can be beneficial with their clients, or, they have this thing, but they don't know really what it is. So can you go into more detail about the Edge app? And I know that how it's affiliated with NASM One, they get it, but then what does the platform look like with this app in it, and how is it going to help them simplify life with their clients?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, obviously it was mentioned in the pre-roll prior to us going live. And I didn't mention this personally, but in NASM One, there's no better value in fitness for a trainer or coach to be able to get everything they need to continue their education, upskill, get help and assistance when they need it, and then also manage their business and their clients effectively. And so from a client management, program management perspective, you do get access to our Edge all-in-one coaching app. And you get access to the highest tier, which is Edge Trainer Pro. And that Trainer Pro level of Edge provides not just the client management and programming elements, but also the business management and payment aspects. So with Edge, you can do everything you need to in order to coach your clients virtually and ensure that they have what they need in order to be successful when they're not working with you. And then you also have the ability to manage your business by scheduling, billing, accepting payments, and all of those things that could be tedious and create some headaches at times if you're an independent trainer. So with Edge, depending on how deep you want to go into Edge and what it offers, we have nearly 1,500 exercises in our exercise library on Edge that you can choose from when you design programs. You can upload your own exercise videos if you prefer to, have that more personal touch and your own brand. Within Edge, you can create unlimited programs. You can have unlimited clients. And then when it comes to scheduling your clients, you can schedule both in-person and remote coaching sessions. So within the app, we have a Zoom integration, but we also have a native video integration where you can offer virtual live sessions with your clients. So if you're used to using FaceTime or Zoom, Edge offers a native version of that directly within the app that allows you to interact with your clients live on video. You can record those sessions. They can watch them back later. So there's a lot of functionality and features that we don't necessarily do the best job of promoting right now that really would make it easy for a trainer to do what they need to do from a programming and client management perspective. When it comes to, billing, accepting payments, all you need is a Stripe account. We don't take any fees for you to process those payments. So it's a tremendous value. We have an integration with Avatar Nutrition. So if you want to more closely monitor your clients' nutrition and macro tracking progress, they would create an account with Avatar Nutrition. And then we have an API that would allow you as their coach to view their nutrition information. So it pulls it right into the Edge app. We also have wearable data integration through Rook, which is a third-party company that allows Edge to capture key metrics, whether it's steps taken, sleep, quantity, quality, all the things that are relevant and important for us to look at as coaches with our clients. And so when you think about that, just at that level of Edge, that Trainer Pro level is $35 a month by itself. And so with NASM One, you're getting access to that, plus all of the other things that we've mentioned, whether it's, the nearly 400 CEU courses that you have access to the student success team if, you need some help and guidance in your journey and as you're going through our NASM coursework. We'll be launching a peer-reviewed scientific journal shortly, which we can talk about a little bit more if it comes up in the podcast. But there's just so many things that NASM One offers, and at the price point, it really can't be beat. When you look at all the things individually, NASM One really is one-stop shop for a trainer coach to get what they need.
Yes, and today on the Master Instructor Roundtable with myself, Wendy Batts, and co-host Marty Miller, we have special guest Tony Ambler-Wright joining us talking about NASM One. And Tony, when you're talking about the Edge app, I will say I use it with all of my clients. And if you're new to training, I'm telling you, this is an easy app that you can go and design all kinds of programs. I try to simplify my life. And so for every single person that comes through my door, every assessment that I do, I create a corrective exercise program specifically based on what I'm seeing. But the great thing about that is you can actually duplicate some of the programs that you've personally built. You can rename it, you can edit it, you can change it, and then you send it to them. And then when they log in, you get a notification that they've done it. And so it really is something that kind of helps you manage your clients on the other side of it. So, Tony, you talk about all the features that it has. There's still some that I didn't even know were there. So that's awesome. But it is something that can really help you with the tool to give your clients so they actually have some accountability to do when they're not with you personally. So wanted to throw that out there because people are like, well, when am I going to use this if I don't train virtually? Well, all of my clients that come in and I see personally, I set them up with this. So it's actually something that I can charge more because I offer more tools and try to offer, give them a better experience. And everything has a video, everything you can put sets and reps and you can do notes, all of this stuff within their program that they pull up. It's an easy connection. they see it, they can check that they're done, and then you can go in and look, just make sure that if they've missed a day, you can call them out. It's actually very easy to use. And I'm technology challenged, y'all. Just saying.
Yeah, no, those are great points, Wendy. And like, we could probably just do an entire episode on Edge and all of the benefits and value that it offers. But you mentioned something that was really important too, the notifications. So, as a coach, there's an activity feed that lets you know when clients do things that you've assigned to them. There's in-app chat. There's just so many things that can help streamline your process from a client management and programming perspective, as well as a coaching and accountability perspective with your clients that Edge offers. So, I've certainly enjoyed using it, and with any technology and application, there's going to be challenges that come up, but we have a team that works to address those as they come, and we'll continue to iterate and improve that in-app experience, as well as offering new features and functionality that our customers and coaches and their clients are looking for.
Great. And Tony, back in the day when we'd hit the ground and teach almost every other weekend, if not every weekend, we had people that would always reach out to us and want to connect and kind of use us as mentors. So now that things have gone online, has NASM One created things like forums or live sessions with instructors? Is there any of that interaction that they can still search for, even though we may not be in the same room together?
Yeah, that's a great question, Marty, and it's something that we're continually trying to improve and offer more in terms of that one-on-one guidance and interaction. And so, excuse me, guys. Obviously, we have our Facebook community that if trainers haven't gotten access to that would be something I would encourage you to look into. But one of our key initiatives, as I mentioned, for NASM One and NASM overall is providing a community for various for trainers and coaches at various levels in their career. Also, if you think about what NASM offers, we have our wellness coaching product, we have nutrition coaching products, performance, our certified personal trainer, more fitness oriented products. And so depending on, where you're coming to us from and what courses you're taking, we want to be able to provide spaces and the ability for our customers to interact with like-minded individuals who might be going through the same experiences, and also learn from more established and experienced trainers and coaches who are practicing and have gone through some of the growing pains that a new trainer or coach might experience. And so all that to say, we have a plan to build robust community with a variety of different touch points, like you mentioned, specific forums, Marty, or special interest groups, virtual live events. In terms of what we offer now, we offer monthly webinars for our members. And so for this year, we're going to be changing that format a bit. So it'll be more of an Ask Me Anything type of format where our NASM One members can interact directly with subject matter experts like you or Wendy or any of the other instructors or contributors to our courses. And so that calendar is being finalized. And so, our planned cadence is to do about one webinar each month, and our members can join those live. They can pre-submit questions if there are any areas that they really need assistance on or want more information about. And then everything is uploaded and saved within the NASM One membership portal, so you can access it at a later time if you missed the live version. And so we also have our student success team, which, with NASM One, you get unlimited access to our student success team. So if there are questions as you're going through courses or you need assistance on a particular topic, you can reach out to them. And so we are looking for ways to continually offer more of that interaction and one-on-one guidance and mentorship. And so that is a key initiative that falls in line with that community, the community features and functionality that we're looking to add this year.
Well, you mentioned it. It's not on our sheet, but I'm going to throw it out there because I know this was kind of something that you have been super passionate about. And I think you were probably the one that kind of fed this forward and got the ball rolling. So you're going to have to tell us about this journal that you mentioned that you said, maybe we'll talk about. So I'm going to bring it to the forefront and would love for you to tell everyone kind of what that's about and how, exclusive it is to NASM One.
Yeah. So, NASM as an organization, we've always hung our hat on being evidence-based. Everything that we produce from a content and courses perspective goes through that rigorous development process, as I mentioned earlier. If you were to look in the back of any of our textbooks or courses, the references that the number of references and the volume of references that are used is quite impressive. And so, but when we look at NASM as an organization and where we want to be as leaders and pioneers in the health and wellness and fitness and wellness industries, we really felt that pursuing and launching a peer-reviewed scientific journal of our own, similar to some of the other organizations in the space who've been around a really long time and have tremendous pedigree and authority and credibility in the space, we felt that that would be something that we should pursue, and in a way give back to the industry that has served us so well. And so by the end of quarter one, so by the end of March, we'll be launching our Journal of Fitness, Wellness, and Human Performance. So it's been a labor of love. It's been something that many of us at NASM have wanted for a really long time, and we were finally able to bring it to life. So something that we're really excited and passionate about, and looking forward to seeing how that evolves and enhances our voice and credibility overall, not just with not just with aspiring trainers or existing trainers and coaches, but when you look at the industry overall from a health, fitness, and wellness perspective. We want to be able to provide cutting edge research that goes through that peer review process. And so we've got some tremendous people working on this with us. So Dr. Scott Cheatham, who the listeners might know and has been on the podcast before, as well as Dr. Guillermo Escalante. They're the editors in chief of the journal. And Dr. Brian Sutton is the managing editor. And so, right now, access to the journal and all of the articles that we'll be publishing is exclusive to the NASM One membership. As mentioned, we're exploring offering different levels of membership and different tiers. And so that may provide access to certain things and not others at different price points. But right now, in order to get full access to the journal, that would be exclusive to our NASM One members. We will offer certain articles as open access, so you can see what the journal has to offer. And we want to make that science available to everyone, depending on what that particular topic is. So we're really excited. Our plan is to publish anywhere from 30 to 36 articles a year. And those articles will be divided into 2 issues. So as articles come in, they get approved and produced, we'll publish them. But then, midway through the year, we'll have an issue 1, which would basically comprise all of the articles that have been published from January to June, let's say. And then at the end of that year, we'll have an issue 2, which would comprise all the articles from July through December. So really excited about this. And, there's other opportunities too, aside from just the getting access to the studies, but we'll be offering, CEUs associated with the articles within NASM One. So anyway, I don't know if that answered the question, Wendy, but that is the journal. We're super excited about it coming online. And, again, we want to give back to the industry that has given to us so much. And we feel that this is one way to be able to do that, is to get the most, most practical, up-to-date science out there. So that's one of the key tenets of the journal, is to, turn science into turn science into practice, or turn research into practice. And so that's what our aim is to do. We'll have a variety of different article types, all with the intention of, providing our trainers and coaches with actionable information that they can apply with their clients.
Awesome. Now I'm so excited about the journal. I just saw that not too long ago, so I know you guys will do a great job. So Tony, my last question, because there's so much we could talk about, like you said, is I'm going to go back to NASM One just a little bit. So can you elaborate on the types of courses available on the NASM One, particularly for trainers working with specialized populations?
Yeah. So you mentioned it, Marty. We could go on and on. Another key value proposition of your NASM One membership is we offer access to select larger courses. So before we get into special populations, I'll just touch on these few. One is business basics. One is virtual coaching, social media influencer, home gym design. We're getting ready to add a course that focuses on, how to develop your own podcast as a fitness and wellness professional in order to extend your circle of influence and your reach. And then we have a couple other courses, courses that we're making available for free through the membership: behavior change, group personal training. If you think of that collection of courses that I just mentioned, that could almost be viewed as like a trainer or coach success toolkit, where it allows you to upskill and get more knowledge in certain areas that would allow you to either scale your business or work in a variety of different environments and capacities in order to maximize the efficiency of your business. So you also get CPR and AED access to that certification too. But from a special pops perspective, that is a key initiative for us within NASM One, is to expand our offerings on special populations. We have nearly 400 CEU courses available right now through the membership. Those courses are typically an hour long, so they're good for one continuing education unit. And so whether it's working with youth clients, youth athletes, specific clients with specific comorbidities, or medical conditions, we have a variety of them within the platform, and that is an area that we plan on expanding on and growing further. So I couldn't tell you the specific courses right now, but like I said, there's nearly 400. We add roughly 50 new courses each year, and then we also have access to guides and white papers and position stands too, on a variety of different topics. So last year, for example, we added 22 guides to the membership, and those are just PDFs that dive deep on specific topics that are relevant in the industry and that we know that trainers and coaches are likely to encounter. So, we have a paper on GLP-1 medications. We have a paper on a guide on adaptogens, and a guide to weight loss supplementation. We have a guide to creatine for longevity and wellness. We have a guide to early sports specialization. So basically that catalog of guides is expanding. We'll be adding at least another 12 to 14 guides this year on a variety of topics. And so if there are any areas that we don't cover, but that our trainers and coaches want more information on, then we welcome that insight and that feedback, and then we can look to developing resources and content to support those needs.
So Tony, my last question I have is always going to be about, cost, because as trainers, we're trying to figure out, cost versus benefit. Obviously, you've talked about all of these courses and guides, and obviously the Edge app, which I think is so big too, and very important. But if somebody is a part of NASM One, we always say that it's $35 a month I think you can also do an annual subscription. So can you talk about how that works? And then also, if you are an NASM One member, how you get discounts off of the big, we always call them the core 3. I should say core 4 now. We're looking at nutrition and all the other courses that are out there. But can you talk about price points and what all they get for however much money?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I mean, costs is important. And as I mentioned earlier, there's really no better value for trainers and coaches in the industry than NASM One. And so, right now our membership is it's an annual subscription that you can either pay monthly for, or you can pay for the year in advance. And so if you choose to pay monthly, it's $35 per month. But it does require an annual commitment. So it's $35 a month paid monthly for the year. But if you see the value in the membership and you want to save a little bit of money, then you can pay for the year up front, and you basically save 2 months free. So instead of the total being $420, you get access to NASM One for $349. So you basically save $70, and you get access to NASM One for the entire year versus paying that $35 each month over the course of the year. And for that, let's say you pay in full for that $349, you get, as mentioned, unlimited access to the nearly 400 CEU courses. You get 50% off any additional NASM and AFA certifications and specializations. So there's no exclusions. So as an NASM One member, if let's say you've gone through your CPT and now you want to look towards your next specialization or certification, whether it's our wellness coaching certification or our sports nutrition coaching certification, corrective exercise, performance enhancement specialization, doesn't matter what it is, you get 50% off the cost of those courses and specializations. And sometimes we even increase that discount. So around Black Friday and the holidays this past year, that discount went up to 60% off for NASM One members. So really, really tremendous value there. And then when it comes to recertification, you don't pay any recertification fees. So typically that's, what is that, $99?
Yes.
Yeah, it's escaping me right now because I haven't paid for a while. One of the perks. So, you don't have to pay that recertification fee. You get access to all of the content you need to renew your credential. If you're currently going through a course, let's say you're going through your certified personal trainer course or any other certification, and you don't pass the exam, there's no retest fees. You also get unlimited course extensions that you don't have to pay for. So there's just again, there's so many benefits. It's hard to narrow it down, and we could just go on and on. But yeah, I think for $349 alone, plus the ability to get 50% off any additional courses or specializations, you're basically getting all of the benefits and value from NASM One, plus whatever course you might invest in for the price of what you would pay for just the course by itself without the membership. So Wendy, I don't know if that answered your question.
No, that was exactly where I was going. I mean, again, I'm always, Tony knows this very well, but I'm always like, how can we, save the most amount of money and maximize whatever it is that we're looking to do? And that was one of the things when we saw that you could get more of a discount if you did it annually. Definitely wanted to dive in there, but the amount of money that you're saving, especially if you wanted one of the major courses, like for example, Marty and I always tell everyone, if you don't have your correct exercise specialization, it is a course that's unbelievable. NASM did a tremendous job going through the videos, the content, the creation, the information, the updated research just in that course alone is something that's going to help maximize someone, especially if you're new to the industry, really being able to dive in deep to look at an assessment and figure out how to help them move, feel, and perform better. So if you're looking to do that, you don't have NASM One, I would tell you, get NASM One, and then you're going to get a discount off of your certification. You're probably going to end up saving yourself more. So I don't know. I always look at what I can do to increase my education. Plus, like you said, the guides and everything, the information in there is unbelievable. It's a nice work.
Tony, you covered a ton. I know we could go deeper, but I want to be respectful of your time. So thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with us and giving everybody in the community a much better understanding of truly the value and honestly as well, how this is going to continue to develop over time.
No, it was my pleasure. And, hopefully we can do this again, but to those of you listening or watching, I would encourage you to check out NASM One. So go to nasm.org/membership, where you can get a breakdown of all the features, benefits, and what comes with that NASM One subscription. We're continuing to develop and improve the membership experience as well as our membership offerings. And so over the next year, it really is going to be a transformative year for NASM One and what value it provides to aspiring trainers and coaches as well as those who are established and experienced. And we're hoping to meet everyone where they're at and provide, as I mentioned, what our community needs to be successful long term in the industry, so they can make an impact and view fitness and wellness, being a trainer and a coach as a viable long-term career choice. So, that's our goal, is to keep our trainers and coaches in a position where they're successful, can maximize their impact long-term, and, as an industry, support the industry by limiting that attrition on the coach side and, basically building that community that can continue to help shape the health and fitness of the what am I trying to say here, guys? The public. Yeah, not the industry, but we're in the country where we're in need of qualified health and fitness and wellness coaches more than ever before, and so we want to be able to facilitate an environment and provide a pathway for people to be able to do that, so that we can have an impact on society and on the industry.
Awesome. Tony, thanks so much for joining us, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you all soon.
You got it. Well, Wendy, that was a great in-depth coverage of a great product and service by NASM. So thanks for bringing this together for us today.
Yes, I think we needed to really talk about the benefits of NASM One, because every time I go in there, I find something new where I didn't even know, I didn't know it was in there. So it's one of those things where it can really help someone, especially if you're new, Marty. That's the big thing. This has got a lot of resources to help someone who really doesn't know where to start. They think they do, they read the material, but now they've got to apply it. And I think this is like a platform that can really, truly help people, whether they need to speak with someone, work with an advisor, or just watch some webinars to get a better understanding and feel of how they can interact with their clients and maximize their business. I think it's great. It's great.
Couldn't agree more. So for those of you who joined us today, thank you so much for joining us on the Master Instructor Roundtable. Don't hesitate to reach out to Wendy and I, and we look forward to seeing you next week on the Master Instructor Roundtable.